Eating just a small handful of walnuts each day can have a powerful impact on your health, boosting heart function, reducing cholesterol levels, and even supporting brain performance. But have you ever wondered why some walnuts are golden, crunchy, and full of flavor, while others appear darker, taste bitter, and look far less appetizing? The answer lies in how they're grown and processed. In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating journey behind producing premium quality walnuts, where precision and care at every stage make all the difference. The walnut harvest in California, home to vast orchards, takes place during autumn, typically from mid-September through early November. But before any trees bear fruit, the process starts much earlier, with planting. To encourage healthy germination, walnut seeds must be sown in moist, fertile soil. Within a few weeks, seedlings begin to emerge. These young plants are nurtured in trays filled with nutrient-rich soil, where they're carefully monitored and maintained. Once the saplings are strong enough, they are moved into the open fields where they'll grow into towering walnut trees. California is the world's leading walnut producer, with over 400,000 acres of dedicated farmland. Each year, the state yields more than 680,000 tons of raw walnuts, thanks to the combination of ideal climate, advanced agricultural methods, and generations of farming expertise. When harvest season occurs, the most obvious indication that the walnuts are ready to be harvested is when the outer green husk, also known as the hull, starts to crack or separate from the hard inner shell. The entire procedure is now completely mechanized, as opposed to the old techniques of harvesting, which involved harvesting by hand. The first stage is to make use of mechanical tree shakers, which are specialized equipment that are outfitted with powerful hydraulic arms that are encased in padded rubber. The trunk of the tree is gently grasped by these arms, which prevent the bark from being damaged. When the machine is turned on, it produces powerful vibrations that last for 5 to 10 seconds and have a frequency of approximately 200 to 250 shakes per minute. This results in the abundance of ripe walnuts falling to the ground in large numbers. Following the falling of the walnuts, a sweeper will enter the area. The walnuts are gathered into clean windrows between the tree rows using this equipment, which utilizes a revolving drum with soft brushes in conjunction with a low-pressure air system. It is necessary to remove debris such as dry leaves, twigs, and dust from the area. With the terrain being taken into consideration, a single sweeper has the capacity to cover between 20 and 40 acres in a single day. The harvester, often known as the pickup machine, comes next. In order to move the walnuts to a primary sorting unit, it is outfitted with a conveyor system that brings them up from the ground and transports them there. To ensure that just the walnuts are retained for further processing, a centrifugal fan is used to remove light material, such as leaves and dust, from the situation. As soon as the walnuts are picked, they are taken to the initial processing facility, which is typically situated in close proximity to the orchards. This is done to ensure that the nuts are processed within 24 hours of falling. A hulling machine is a mechanical device that utilizes rollers and high-pressure water jets to remove the green outer husk that surrounds the shell of the walnut. Here, the walnuts are fed into the machine. After that, they are put through an additional phase of sorting, which involves the use of vibrating screens and an airstream system to pull out any nuts that are broken or empty. After that, the walnuts that have been prepared and are still in their shells are moved to an industrial drying system. By taking this step, the moisture content of the nuts is decreased from approximately 30 to 35% to below 8%. This is an extremely important phase. The drying process typically takes between 18 and 24 hours, and it is carried out with a constant flow of hot air and temperatures that are carefully controlled. The walnuts are then chilled, packed into huge bins, and put onto sealed containers before being transported to a second processing plant. This occurs after the drying process has been completed. Upon arrival at this second plant, the walnuts that are still in their shells are stored in enormous storage warehouses that are outfitted with cutting-edge cooling equipment and perfect humidity control. The storage environment is kept at a temperature of approximately 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, which enables the walnuts to be preserved for a period of 6 to 12 months while preserving their original kernel color, aroma, and crisp texture. Following their arrival at the processing facility, The entire batch of walnuts is separated into two primary categories: those that are still in their shells and those that have been shelled or removed. When it comes to walnuts that are still in their shells, the nuts are initially put through a rotating drum sizer. This machine has holes of varying sizes, which allow it to separate the nuts according to their size. Next, the walnuts are rinsed once again with clean water after they have been sized. Following that, the nuts are subjected to a manual inspection, during which any nuts that are cracked, shriveled, or exhibit symptoms of pest damage are removed. After that, the nuts that meet the requirements are placed into bags and made ready to be shipped to marketplaces all over the world. In the meantime, the walnuts that are going to be shelled go through a process that is more involved. The first step is to sort them according to size, using a roller system that is formed like a V. This system separates the nuts according to how big they are. After that, they are placed into mechanical cracking machines that include revolving cylinders that apply the appropriate amount of pressure in order to crack the tough shell without destabilizing the kernel that is contained within. Before the kernels are packaged, personnel perform a final hand check to ensure that only kernels that are in good condition, golden in color, and have not been damaged, make it to the packaging line. When the finished products are shipped, they are placed in bags that are either airtight or vacuum sealed to ensure that they remain crisp and fresh.